So perfect.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Timothy Hill, and I am the producer of the Heart to Heart Relationship Talk Show. Joining me today, I have my co-producer Trina. Shout out to the other co-producer, Black Legacy. And we also have one of the panelists, Sabrina Athena, joining us today. What's up, Sabrina? How you doing?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Good to be here today.
Good. It's good to have you. With that being said, could you let the viewers know who you are, what you do, and where we can find you at?
Absolutely. My name is Sabrina Athena. You can call me the goddess. No, I'm kidding, but for real. I started off as a model and actress and have evolved into this really, really exciting new concept in talent enrichment to pretty much put people on and help them to get to where they want to go, whether it be business to business or business to client. So some fun stuff going on with that. We'll talk about it later, but you can find me, the Sabrina Athena on Instagram. And once I get my life together, my clients, I'm catching up. The Goddess Workshop, I'm advertising it, but there's not a whole lot on there at the moment.
Okay.
Yes.
So you mentioned you actress and modeling. So how was it like, or how is it juggling both those responsibilities? And then do you have one that you prefer? Do you prefer to model? Do you prefer to act? Or how are you at that?
Acting and modeling, I'm still a working actress and a working model.
Okay.
Associate producer, all kind of cool stuff I'm doing lately. And it's thanks to a lot of hard work and God, but also thanks to a lot of good networking and seeking out opportunities. And that is how I continue to get my work as a model and as an actress. It's just understanding myself as a brand, understanding myself as a professional, and really seeking out those opportunities that make sense for my time. And I found a lot of really cool stuff in Detroit. I mean, I'm juggling because I'm still in New York.
Okay.
So I still have my apartment in New York. And when I have castings and things like that, I fly back to New York to work. That's priority. Then I'm here purchasing a home in Detroit. So I'll be transitioning my permanent residence to Detroit in order to pursue more work on the Goddess Workshop. And then again, I can remotely do what I need to do back and forth from New York. Now, that's just that side of it. Modeling and acting are two very different principles. They're not the same at all. I like both equally, honestly. I don't think that every actor can model, and I definitely don't think every model can act. They both take a lot of talent, and it's fun learning the differences in the industry.
Okay. All right. You said they both take a lot of work. Is there one that's more work than the other? I mean, either staying, in shape,
oh man,
learning a script.
It's not even just like getting in shape and staying in shape when it comes down to modeling. I had somebody refer to me as professionally good looking, and I thought that was hilarious because it's like, what you mean? I just keep myself up enough to pay the bills. Like, it's good.
Okay.
My modeling is more than just looking good, though. It's really emoting. It's like you have to figure out a way to capture a moment that'll make somebody stop for more than 5 seconds. That's like 1, 2, so forth. You got to make somebody stop and look at you. And that's where a lot of the interesting factors come in, where we have like models who are influencers first and really, really good with their iPhones and they're by themselves. But then when you got to be by yourself in front of everybody, it turns into it doesn't translate the same way. Okay. So there's a lot of really a lot more to modeling than just looking cute. I will say that, or eating good, or being fabulous, because of course that's all models do. Actors, on the other hand, get to do all that, and they have the ability to take themselves outside of themselves in front of everybody else. Okay. So added skill, and it's hard. It's longer days depending on what kind of acting you're doing, and it's deeper politics.
Okay. Yeah. Politics and everything. So
Quick question: how do you juggle the two together then? Because they both sound very demanding, both taxing on your emotional and your physical side. How do you juggle the two of them together?
Truthfully, you show up for the day, you prepare.
mm-hmm.
You get yourself mentally ready for what you're going to do that day. You know, if I'm shooting an ad campaign for the Taeyeon collection, designer out of Detroit, then I'm now in model mode. I can't be in Sabrina corporate mode at that moment. Even like, for example, there was a movie I'm associate producer for, and I'm also the production manager, and it's an indie. So it's lean as dry cow. And it is beautiful what we've done. But I acted in it. You got to pick something for that day. And be okay with it, saying this is who I'm going to be for this. I could have associate produced and acted in that same film and not have a production manager too. Like, come on, Black woman, it's okay to chill. We gonna be all right. Don't overwhelm yourself and be eating the whole turkey, you're gonna throw up.
Right. Okay, so are there any limitations when it comes to, choosing or picking a script for acting? Are there any limitations to what you will do and what you won't do that you can share?
Well, that kind of, it's funny that you say that. It reminds me of the comment I made about the politics a moment ago. Like, some actresses are so well respected and will do just about anything on screen, and some just do about anything and have no respect. It's all political on who they choose to like, how they choose to like them. And also you have control over your image. So for me personally, I don't know if I would identify any particular thing I won't do outside of maybe smoking cigarettes. That's personal for me. I wouldn't want to do that on screen. But again, it's like you got to choose your brand. For me, I'm mistaken for square a lot. I'm not. But I like the fact that people find me to be polished. So that's a part of what I think about when I'm looking at a script. Also, knowing what you want to do with your own like celebrity. So I'm not gonna be a Wonder Woman. I'd rather be Maleficent.
Okay.
I like the roles because it's a little deeper on the emotion. There's a lot of different genres you can fall into with acting. Once it's easier to speak out the kind of things that you actually are going to benefit from, rather than pimp on one movie and choir director on the other, and whatever else it may be. Why did I choose pimp and choir director? Please, nobody get mad. Sorry. Watch my mouth.
No judgment. No judgment.
Sorry. But yeah, so that, I hope, does that kind of answer your question?
Yeah, I was gonna get a little bit deeper because I was more gonna ask, if you're willing to do like a sex scene or a controversial scene. Oh, there you go. Are you good? Can you see us?
Yep. Okay, you're back now.
Okay, up and running too.
Yes, I got you now.
So just to go back, I was saying, thinking about controversial matters, you spoke about the politics side, but then, sex scenes, would that be part of your brand that you would like to showcase to people?
Honestly, not necessarily. However, the conversation I've learned from my management, because I'm very open with my manager, Lorna Rainey. I love her to heaven and earth. Anytime I have a question about something like that, or if she'll submit me for something that might be a little racy, she'll always discuss it with me in detail and explain why she thinks it's relevant to our direction. So I like to run it through her because I trust her with my career. That's the only way you should have a manager, honestly.
All right.
Because I don't know.
I can't.
But she knows I ain't trying to be out here.
All
right. So switching topics, you mentioned the Goddess Workshop. Yes. Can you let viewers know like what they can expect with that? What is it about? And what do you plan to do with that? Like the future of it?
Every time I pin down what the Goddess Workshop is. God says, but it's more. It's more. And I'm like, okay, oh, all right. Let me just, catch up to the speeding car so I can change the tire. Whew. It's a lot. Where it started off as just thinking, okay, I'm going to do workshops for people who want to know how to get put on in the industry. I get that question all the time. How do I be a model? How do I be an actor? How do I get into television production? I'm like, good God, I could write a book, but workshops will give me something to keep busy. So, oop, I'm sorry, 1 second.
That's okay.
Oops, my bad. So yeah, I figured the workshops would be a better look. And I started like literally 3 a.m. one morning, just got up and started writing on a yellow legal pad, like a bunch of notes and breaking down numbers and thinking about all kind of different stuff and saying, okay, this is my FIT education should go to. Then I got solidified, my LLC's up, I got a business coach, and then I met like 15 clients and none of them were models. Okay. They were all corporate people looking for more direction on fashion and what they could do to, turn their business and get better profits. Because as a corporate professional, I'm a proposal manager for like a communications corporation. We'll leave it at that. Okay. And they're cool with the fact that I'm an actress and a model and a corporate professional. So I just do all of those things. And now I want to do it for myself. And that's really what the workshop is me helping other people succeed in their business while also, sorry, one second. Sorry. Okay.
No, you're fine.
Anywho, so yeah, that's what it's been evolving into. My first client is a Taeyeon collection. I mentioned them earlier, shameless plug. One of the dopest menswear designers that I've seen in comparison to who I've studied out of Detroit. And he's definitely someone to look out for. Mati Taeyeon.
Mati Taeyeon, okay.
Yeah.
So is with the Goddess Workshop, is there a certain age that you're maybe targeting, or is it just open to anybody who's interested and would like to pursue that passion?
Well, there are different workshops for different segments. So, for example, Goddess 101 is really about networking and how to set yourself up in the mindset to really get whatever it is you want. Because it's about the conversation, it's about the decision making within yourself, et cetera, et cetera. That's like what I'll go on tour and talk about. Acting 101 is A to Z. Hey, this is where you start with headshots. This is how you kind of understand your look, who you should start researching, what you should start following, yada, yada, yada. Here are some steps for you. And it's a whole workshop that you sit in for 6 hours and we get fun swag and we have lunch and we talk about it. And I have someone dial in and talk to you about their successes and their failures and give you answers, people that you recognize, not just, people from around the way. Right. And this the modeling workshop. The modeling workshop is the exact same thing as the acting workshop, acting 101, model 101, because as I said, it's 2 different principles, 2 different workshops. Television production 101, same thing, a whole nother principle, and you're behind the scenes. Now, mind you, I'm an actress and I work in television production. It all works together.
Right.
With these workshops is to help people to understand how to think about pursuing careers in the entertainment field, because it's not your typical, you really don't have to graduate college. It's not your typical career path that mom and dad really told us was accessible to us. It was always real mysterious, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Television is so mysterious. And even much John Witherspoon's brother came to Benedictine High School one day and he pulled me to the side and told me, the way to get into film and television is just to get in. Mm-hmm. You'll figure out how to get where you're going. And I was like, what is this plank? I don't know what, no, tell me the path. What classes do I take? Do I have to major in television and media? What? Nope. None of those things. Yeah. This is what somebody would have told me.
Yeah. A direction. Do you have a timeline for the Goddess Workshop when you want to open it out? Do you have a timeline?
Yes, my projected timeline is actually Memorial Day. I would like to do my first workshop, launch it, and do a nice little event around Memorial Day. All things go to plan.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's dope. And any if you think of some ideas to how we could help or collab with you, please let us know, because we definitely let us know when the date is, so we'll be out there to support you. Come out there, for that opening day. That's what's up.
Yeah,
for sure.
All right, so branching off just a little bit off topic. So the Heart to Heart Relationship Talk Show, we talk about all things relationships. So we talk about various topics from love, sex, marriage, anything. So we have a question that we want to ask you that has been asked on one of our shows.
Okay.
And basically, from your point of view, is there a difference between a man who expresses his emotions or an emotional man? Is there a difference between the two?
Yes, there is.
So a man who expresses it willingly, being open, as opposed to,
like this, how society, well, not society, but some people say men have, or I ain't gonna say
they're too emotional.
Yeah.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, right. But you were saying about is there a difference, if I can remember the question, is there a difference between men being emotional and men that express emotion?
Right.
Yeah, because we hear often on the show that a lot of men are showing feminine traits of expressing emotion. So from your perspective, what do you think the difference is, or is there a difference?
I know what you're asking me, but I'm gonna take a U-turn.
Okay.
And because I think of things on their head normally. Most of the time when people say an emotional man and a man expressing emotion, to me the common denominator is emotion right there. Now, how he expresses it, to me, I guess, comes across like, okay, so maybe he's being whiny or bitchy or whatever you want to call it, or he acting feminine. If that's what you mean, is there a difference between a man who is emotional? I think, honestly, that's a negative way to express emotion. But so is anger. But so many other things that we don't demasculate. So I feel like emotion in itself is something very fragile, especially for our community because we haven't healed.
Right.
So that's my U-turn.
I think I like a man who's expressive, because we all go through things in life, and it would be good to hear, your side, what's going on with you. When I was younger, I must say, I was like, talk too much. I don't want to hear this. But the older I got, I realized that, I need to listen and I need to appreciate what they're saying, because they feel and they hurt too. Not just us women, they feel too. So absolutely. A man who is expressive.
therapy. We all, and I'm loving the reports I'm starting to see on social media. People just speaking up, like, man, it changed my whole perspective. No idea, it's bomb. It is bomb, and we have been conditioned to think it's not because that's a part of our illness. We need to heal.
Right.
Agreed. Yep.
I don't want to hear it, and he and Amanda don't want to speak it. That's a huge generational curse that needs to end.
Yeah.
Agreed. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, Sabrina, I want to thank you for joining us tonight. We definitely enjoy hearing about what you do in the Goddess Workshop. We also look forward to having you on the show March 2nd.
Yeah.
On a Zoom. It's going to be a Wednesday, 8 o'clock. You're going to be on with other panelists, answering questions that people submit into the show. So definitely look forward to it. Before we get off, can you let people know again who you are and where they can find you?
Absolutely. I actually thought of something else I didn't mention that I probably should.
Yep.
Hey, my name is Sabrina Athena. I am the founder of the Goddess Workshop. I'm a working model, a working actress. I work in commercials and movies and television, and I want to express some of that knowledge to all of you. And I'm also the education chair of the Detroit Fashion Council and the operations director of the Taeyon Collection.
Okay. Are you doing anything for Fashion Week coming up in Detroit?
You know what? I've seen emails. I need to get it together.
Okay.
I did see Michigan Fashion Week. DFC is actually joining that organization. Is funneling the information for me now, so I don't feel like I have to be scattered around. It's easier for me to just be a part of the group and everybody know.
Okay.
So,
all right. Well, that being said, we do got to shout out our sponsors. So shout out to The Spit, Huron View, Smashing Concepts, The Goddess Workshop, Starving Mind Records, Farside TV, and Royal Salon Suite. So outside of that, Sabrina, thank you for your time, and we look forward to seeing you Wednesday.
All right. See you guys Wednesday.
See you.
Say it again.
I said questions better be good, you guys.
They're gonna be good. They're gonna
make sure your answers be on point.
I got it.
All
right, you guys.